everyone. Welcome to our Sunday 333 Live. Hope you're ready for a great afternoon. We've got some fun songs for Broadway, some fun, exciting things to share. This song is from the musical Wicked, Defying Gravity. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes and leap. It's time to defying gravity. I'm way up high, I'm defying gravity. And you won't bring me down. No. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. It's too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. I'd sooner die defying gravity. I'm way up high, I'm defying gravity. You kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity. You won't bring me down. Unlimited, my future is unlimited. And I just had a vision, almost like a prophecy. I know it sounds truly crazy and true, the vision's hazy, but I can see it, I can feel it. I swear I'll be so high. Yeah. So if you can't find me, not to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves the chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take this message back from me. Yeah, tell them I'm defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity. I'm way up high, I'm defying gravity. And you won't bring me down. Defying Gravity from Wicked, probably one of the most well-known of the more recent Broadway shows that it's still going. At least once everything opens back up, it is still in production, and it's an exciting musical. I love that version. It's not the traditional version from the musical. It was actually produced by Brian Mays of the band Queen, and recorded by Carrie Ellis. So I love that version. It's just a little bit different. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh my goodness. Welcome again, everyone. We're having a great day. I hope it's beautiful where you are as well. Fall has come here in beautiful Branson, Missouri, but we've had some warm weather, and we're very, very grateful for that. This past week here, one thing I love about being in Branson is how much we do for our veterans all year round. And Branson is known for every November, the week before Veterans Day, we have an entire week we call Veterans Homecoming Week. And the theaters do special shows, and we have different reunions for different groups, Korean War and Vietnam War and Gulf Storm War and World War II. And different groups have different reunions and events for spouses. It's just so much fun. And I was blessed to perform for a very, very special group of gentlemen on Thursday of this week, the World War II Veterans reunion reception. There were 7 or 8 wonderful men that had been in World War II, and what stories they had to tell. Special, special men that are, in their late 80s and 90s and higher. And we're so glad that they're still with us and that we got to be there to honor them. And then, as I understand, we had over 700 people attending the show. The full show right after that at the Americana Theater was our opening ceremony show for the entire week. And I was so privileged to do 3 songs, including the finale of God Bless America for that show. Shared one of our original songs and got lots of great feedback after that. I shared Lost Cog, which is on this YouTube channel. If you haven't heard Lost Cog, you're welcome to go check that out. We have both a static video with just a picture and the song, and we also have a complete lyric video, so you can follow along with that. It's a great song and has some great pictures from different performances that we've done. So we had a great time, and I was so honored to be part of that very, very special week here in Branson. It ends on Thursday, the 11th, at 11 a.m. with the largest Veterans Day parade in the country right here in Branson, Missouri, USA. So we're so thrilled to be part of Branson, and it's wonderful heritage of honoring our military all year round, and especially Veterans Week is a very, very big deal. So shout out again to all of our veterans and friends that are watching. So glad to get to meet all of you. And we posted some pictures that we took from this past week there on our Facebook page, Michelle Deck Music Artist. We have a whole album of 12 photos that my dear sweet Bill took and edited for us, and got some descriptions and give some names of the World War II veterans. I just had to honor them by name, so we made sure we did that, and hope you enjoyed that. So all right, on with our program. We have a couple more great Broadway songs to share with you. This first one was so phenomenally successful in the musical A Chorus Line that it became a pop hit on the regular adult contemporary charts and stayed there for many, many weeks. Hope you enjoy it. Simply called What I Did for Love. Kiss today, goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck, the same to you. But I can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. And I won't forget what I did for love. What I did for love. Gone, love is never gone. And as we travel on, love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye, and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Oh, love is never as we travel on. Love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Let's see if you recognize where this next song comes from. Come with me, and we'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to see magic lands, close your eyes and you will see one. Want to be a dreamer? Be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. There is no place to go to compare with your imagination. So go there to be free if you truly wish to be. Living there, you'll if you truly wish to be. Pure imagination. Do you recognize that one? Think about a movie with a funny guy with fuzzy hair and a purple suit, purple hat, and cane. And yes, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It was best known as a movie, but it was also on Broadway. So that is probably my favorite song from that movie for sure, and one of my favorites of all time from Broadway and the movies. So creative, makes you stretch your thinking and imagination of what you possibly can do. So hope you enjoyed those songs from Broadway. One more to share a little bit later on, but first, I want to share with you from the second part of a book that we started last week. It's a very small book, so it shouldn't take much time. We're going to get a little transition here on our set, so you can hear me and I can read the book at the same time. A lot of you will recall that we had previously done a book by the author Andy Andrews called The Traveler's Gift. Well, this is another book by Andy Andrews called The Butterfly Effect. It's a little gift book, a coffee table book, I would call it. It's just a very small amount of writing on each page, some really neat pictures and illustrations. So you can read it in probably 30 minutes, the whole thing. And it's wonderful to keep out and just glance at a page and remind yourself. Well, we read the first part last week, which was an overview of a man's life that we actually visited in The Traveler's Gift. Colonel from the Union Army during the Battle of Gettysburg is what I'm trying to get out here, and read about his story. But we're going to take a little bit different tack today. But just as a bit of review, I'm going to read just the opening couple pages to explain what the butterfly effect is. Is that kind of weird? Yeah, what is the butterfly effect? Well, it starts with, how significant is my life? That's the question, the whole premise of this book. How significant is my life? I'm sure you probably wondered that before. I know it's a common question. Do I make a difference? When I move, when I act, when I do something, does the universe notice? Do I really matter? In 1963, Edward Lorenz presented a hypothesis to the New York Academy of Science. His theory, simply stated, was that a butterfly could flap its wings and set molecules of air in motion, which would move other molecules of air, in turn moving more molecules of air, eventually capable of starting a hurricane on the other side of the planet. Lorenz and his ideas were literally laughed out of the conference. What he proposed was ridiculous. It was preposterous, but it was fascinating. Therefore, because of the idea's charm and intrigue, the so-called butterfly effect became a staple of science fiction, remaining for decades a combination of myth and legend spread only by comic books and bad movies. So imagine the scientific community's shock and surprise when, more than 30 years after the possibility was introduced, physics professors working from colleges and universities worldwide came to the conclusion that the butterfly effect was authentic, accurate, and viable. Soon after, it was accorded the status of a law, now known as the law of sensitive dependence upon initial conditions. It's a pretty long name for a law. This principle has proven to be a force encompassing more than mere butterfly wings. Science has shown the butterfly effect to engage with the first movement of any form of matter, including people. So now we'll go on to the last part of this book. It's so small, I could only find a way to break it up into two. So this takes a little different tack than we did last week. On Friday, April 2nd, 2004, ABC News honored a man who at that time was 91 years old. The news program was running a regular segment called Person of the Week. Usually, the honoree's accomplishments were listed in advance, and by the time the name is announced, most folks have already guessed the identity of that week's recipient. In this instance, however, the pronouncement left many viewers puzzled. And so our person of the week is Norman Borlaug. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Norman Borlaug. One can only imagine what follows in the frowns. Who did he say? Norman, what was his last name? Yet, despite our unfamiliarity, Norman Borlaug is a man who is personally responsible for drastically and dramatically changing the world in which we live today. You see, in the early 1940s, Norman Borlaug hybridized high-yield, disease-resistant corn and wheat for arid climates. From the Dust Bowl of Western Africa to our own desert Southwest, from South and Central America to the plains of Siberia, across Europe and Asia, Borlaug's specific seed product nourished and flourished and regenerated where no seed had ever thrived before. Throughout the years, it has now been calculated that Norman Borlaug's work saved from famine more than 2 billion lives. Actually, it was never reported, but the anchorman was actually misinformed. It was not Norman Borlaug who saved the 2 billion people, though very few caught the mistake. It was a man named Henry Wallace. Henry Wallace was the vice president of the United States under Franklin Roosevelt. Wait a minute, you might say. I thought Harry Truman was the vice president under Roosevelt. Yes, that's true, but remember Roosevelt served 4 terms. He had 3 different vice presidents. And the second man to serve as Roosevelt's vice president from 1941 to 45 was Henry Wallace. Wallace was the former Secretary of Agriculture who, after his one term as vice president, was dumped from the ticket in favor of Truman. But while Wallace was vice president, however, he used the power of that office to create a station in Mexico whose sole purpose was to hybridize corn and wheat for arid climates. And he hired a young man named Norman Borlaug to run it. So Norman Borlaug won the Nobel Prize. Norman Borlaug was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. But considering the connection, it was really Henry Wallace that saved the 2 billion people. Or was it George Washington Carver? You remember Carver, don't you? The peanut? But here's something that very few people know. When Carver was 19 years old and a student at Iowa State University, he had a dairy sciences professor who on Saturday and Sunday afternoons would allow his 6-year-old boy to go on botanical expeditions with their brilliant student Carver. It was George Washington Carver who took that boy and instilled in him a love for plants and a vision for what they could do for humanity. It was George Washington Carver who pointed 6-year-old Henry Wallace's life in a specific direction long before he ever became president of the United States. It's amazing to contemplate, isn't it? George Washington Carver flapping his butterfly wings with the peanut. There are currently 266 things he developed from the peanut that we still use today. Then he flapped his wings with the sweet potato. There are 88 things Carver originated from the sweet potato that we still use today. And while no one was even looking, George Washington Carver flapped his wings a couple of times with a 6-year-old boy that just happened to save the lives of more than 2 billion people and counting. So maybe it should have been George Washington Carver Person of the Week, or the farmer from Diamond, Missouri. His name was Moses. He lived in a slave state, but he didn't believe in slavery. This made him a target for psychopaths like Quantrill's raiders, who terrorized the area by destroying property, burning and killing. Sure enough, one cold January night, Quantrill's raiders rode through Moses's farm. The outlaws burned the barn, shot several people, and dragged off a woman named Mary Washington, who refused to let go of her infant son, George. Now, Mary Washington was a friend of Moses' wife, Susan. Though distraught, Susan promptly set to work writing messages and contacting nearby farms. She got word through neighbors and towns, and 2 days later managed to secure a meeting for Moses with the bandits. Ooh, Susan looked on anxiously as her husband rode off on a black horse. His destination was a crossroad in Kansas, several hours to the north. There, at the appointed time, in the middle of the night, Moses met up with 4 of Quantrill's raiders. They were on horseback, carrying torches, had flour sacks tied over their heads with holes cut out for their eyes. There, the farmer traded the only horse they had left on their farm for what the outlaws threw him in a dirty burlap bag. As the bandits thundered off on their horses, Moses fell to his knees, and there, alone on that dark winter night, the farmer pulled from the bag a cold, naked, almost dead baby boy. Quickly, he jerked open his coat and his shirt and placed the child next to his skin. Covering him then with his own clothes and relying on the warmth from his own body, the man turned and walked that baby back home. Moses walked through the night and into the next morning to get the child to Susan. There, they committed to that tiny human being and to each other that they would care for him. They promised the boy an education to honor his mother, Mary, who they knew was already dead. That night, they gave the baby their own name, and that is how Moses and Susan Carver came to raise that little baby, George Washington. So when you think about it, maybe it was the farmer from Diamond, Missouri who saved the 2 billion people. Or was it his wife who was responsible? Certainly it was Susan who organized the effort. It was she who demanded the immediate action. Unless, is there an ending to this story? Exactly who was it that saved the 2 billion lives? Is there a specific person to whom we could point? How far back would we have to go? How many lives would we need to examine in order to determine who it really was whose actions saved 2 billion people, a number that continues to increase every minute? And how far forward would we need to go in your life to show the difference that you make? There are generations yet unborn whose very lives will be shifted and shaped by the moves you make and the actions you take today and tomorrow and the next day and the next. Every single thing you do matters. You have been created, friends, as one of a kind. On planet Earth, there has never been one like you. There never will be again. Your spirit, your thoughts and feelings, your ability to reason and act all exist in no one else. The rarities that make you special are no mere accident or quirk of fate. You have been created in order that you might make a difference. You have the power within you to change the world. Know that your actions cannot be hoarded, saved for later, or used selectively. By your hand, millions, billions of lives will be altered, caught up in a chain of events begun by you this very day. The very beating of your heart has meaning and purpose. Your actions have value far greater than silver or gold. Your life and what you do with it today matters forever. The Butterfly Effect. Is that not an absolutely incredible, incredible book? So simple in those 2 parts when we read last week and this week. It's simple. I found it on Amazon. The Butterfly Effect by Andy Andrews. Tremendous author. I'm just getting to know Andy Andrews well. Phenomenal things he has written, and I'm so honored to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that wonderful book, and I hope you pick it up for yourself. It is so full of meaning. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing with our 40 Days of Christmas challenge. Have you seen the posts about that? I posted on Facebook and give you all the guidelines and how you earn your points and the prizes you can earn. But we talked about it. It's on last week's video as well. But starting last week was November 1st, and we're going all the way through December 10th. It is 40 days of Christmas. So you have 6 Sundays plus 4 extra days. You earn points by watching our YouTube live video, either watching it live or on the replay, by leaving comments either time, and by subscribing to our YouTube channel. So let me give you the rundown, okay? Because you want to jot this down. Simple, simple, simple. You can earn 1 point by watching the replay of any of our Sunday 333 lives. Now just the ones from November 1st to December 10th. Watching the replay and leaving us a comment. It's very, very important that you leave us a comment, whatever you want to say. Nice song. I wish you'd rather sing this instead. Whatever you want to share, leave us a comment or we won't know that you have watched it. We want to give you credit, okay? So watch the replay and leave a comment. You get 2 points if you watch Sunday live during the broadcast and leave a comment. There's different kinds of comments. There's a live feed comment thread that you can participate in when the live broadcast is going on like it is right now. So 2 points for that. And again, leave a comment. You've got to leave the comment so we know it's you and that you're on. And then 3 points, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, I understand we watch things on YouTube, different videos about different music and different how-tos for years before we ever signed up for the free Google account, which allows you to subscribe to channels and save videos and be able to participate in the whole YouTube experience. And that's perfectly fine. You can enjoy YouTube, without having that Google account. But if you would take that one little steps to sign up for your free Google account, and that will give you a Gmail email address. You can use it or not use it. It's up to you. That way you can you can log in, get a password, and be recognized on YouTube's system. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but that way you can subscribe to channels and be able to keep up with those content creators whenever they add something new. It's very, very fun. So if you're viewing my page, there's a red button on the right-hand side that says subscribe, and then right beside it is a little bell icon. So if you click subscribe and click the bell icon, what that means is not only will you be subscribed to the channel, but you will get a notification next time we're live or next time we have uploaded a new video that you can watch at your choice. So do subscribe. And if you would leave me, and now if you haven't subscribed before, I usually get a notification that I have a new subscriber. So I'll jot that down. But if you are already a subscriber, because we do have quite a number of subscribers already, I'm grateful for that. If you are already a subscriber to our YouTube channel, please leave me a comment on this Sunday 333 live video or any of the live videos from November 1st to December 10th. Let me know you are a subscriber, and I'll go ahead and give you credit on our system. Please don't tell me that you are a subscriber if you haven't yet, and I will give you credit for those 3 points. So 1 point to watch a replay and leave a comment, 2 points for watching the live broadcast and comment, and 3 points for subscribing. Isn't that fun? Simple, simple, simple. Now, the prizes. We wanted to come up with something unique that our friends and fans would enjoy year-round, not just at Christmas time, that would be practical and fun too. So we have a dear friend of ours named Casey July. She's a fashion designer, a great seamstress friend of ours. She actually made a wonderful Stars and Stripes jacket for me that I wore on Thursday for the veterans events. That was really fun. But we've talked to her and we got some ideas together, and we want to give you, with just 6 points, 6 points. That's really, really easy. We're going to treat you to a custom Galaxy lounge pants. Now, the Galaxy is going to be a gorgeous Galaxy fabric, multicolored, very fun, probably a cotton or a cotton blend, very soft and easy to care for. We're going to custom make some wonderful, easy, comfy, baggy, loose, fun lounge pants. Call them PJ pants if you want, but you can wear them any time of day. Lounge pants. So that's very, very fun. Something that you won't be able to get from anywhere else, and you'll always be able to remember us. Then the next step is 9 points. With just 9 points, you can get the Galaxy pants and a matching top as well. So you'll have your full Galaxy outfit that you're just rocking and enjoying around the house whenever you want to. Just relax and watch Hallmark Christmas movies or whatever you want to do, unwrap presents. So how fun is that? Just 9 points and you have the set, the pants and the top. But then there's more. I'm sure you knew that, right? Keep going, press a little further and do 13 points. You get the pants, the top, and my Christmas CD called Incarnation. It has 11 songs, one of our originals, some great traditional, some more modern favorites. It's a fantastic Christmas CD that I treat you to free. I'll sign the copy for you, of course, and mail that to you, our Incarnation Christmas CD. That's 13 points. And there's still more. I want to find one grand prize winner. Now, the grand prize winner is only one person that has the most points, at least 14 points or more. So that means you're going to stretch a little bit further past the 13-point mark. You will get the set, the Galaxy Lounge pants and matching top. You will get my Christmas CD signed. And in addition to that, we have a beautiful love heart steel wall hanging from Redline Steel that is on order right now, coming to us as we speak. And I want to give that to our grand prize winner with our appreciation and our love and best wishes for a wonderful Christmas holiday season and a wonderful new year. All right. So is that exciting? So everybody can win. And I invite you to share with your friends, invite your neighbors to listen to our Sunday afternoon broadcast, sit down with some popcorn and a soda and listen to some good music and a good story and be part of our broadcast live on Sunday or watch the replay. Be sure to comment and subscribe. And we want to give you credit to be part of our Michelle Duck Music Artist family and treat you to these wonderful Christmas gifts. How fun is that? So we just want to treat you to Merry Christmas and appreciate you so much for everything that you all do for us. So now, as I explained last week, one other unique thing about Branson, Missouri, USA, Christmas officially starts on November 1st in Branson. That's why we start thinking about Christmas right away. I personally love it. I don't mind doing Christmas music around Thanksgiving time because to me, the two go hand to hand. Thankfulness and Christmas is all part of the same spirit, and I don't mind that at all. But I know some people, it's just not their thing. They'd rather wait till after Thanksgiving. But I am going to share with you from now till after Thanksgiving, one Christmas song on each Sunday. And then after Thanksgiving, we'll move on to do a couple full Christmas concerts for you. We absolutely adore doing Christmas music. And especially in the last couple of years, we've run across some lesser known Christmas songs, especially Christmas love songs. And we're excited to share those with you. This is one I had never heard before until a couple of years ago, but it's actually been recorded by a lot of different artists. It's a sweet, sweet love song. Hope you enjoy it, called It Must Have Been the Mistletoe. It must have been the mistletoe, the lazy fire, the falling snow, the magic in the frosty air, the feeling everywhere. It could have been the pretty lights that glistened in the silent night, or maybe just the stars so bright that shined above you. Our first Christmas, more than we'd been dreaming of. Old Saint Nicholas had his fingers crossed that we would fall in love. It could have been the holiday, the midnight ride upon the sleigh, the countryside all dressed in white, that crazy snowball fight. On Christmas Eve, our wish came true. The night I fell in love with you. It only took one kiss to know it must have been the mistletoe. more than we'd been dreaming of. Old Saint Nicholas must have known that kiss would lead to all of this. It must have been the mistletoe, the lazy fire, the falling snow, the magic in the frosty air that made me love you. On Christmas Eve, our wish came true. The night I fell in love with you, it only took one kiss to know it must have been the mistletoe. It only took one kiss to know it must have been the mistletoe. One kiss to know I love you so. Must have been the mistletoe. Hope you enjoyed that. One of the lesser known Christmas songs that we certainly do enjoy sharing. Well, that's all it for today. We're so excited to be with you next week. You never know what we're going to cook up next. And we so appreciate you, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Thank you so much for being part of our Michelle Deck Music Artist family. You can like us on Facebook as well and keep up with, we do inspirational posts 2 or 3 times every single day to give you something just to make you smile, make you a little laugh, uplift your heart. That's what we want to do, is encourage and inspire every day that we possibly can, whether music or word or both. Bless you all. Thanks again for joining us. Please share with a friend, subscribe, leave a comment, and mark your calendars for next Sunday, 3:33 p.m. Central U.S. time. And we will be looking for you then. Until then, God bless you. Have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed week. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.